Good day. I am Matthias of Regenerations Creations, and today I'm going to talk about the character archetype that I want to embody, the Paladin. So I was raised Catholic, and I got really into Warcraft 3 and later World of Warcraft as a kid, and I always loved medieval times. So the Paladin was an easy pick for me. They got to wear awesome plate armor, swing giant hammers, and wielded the holy powers of the light. They could fight with the best warriors and heal with the best priests. They also fit a similar niche to the Jedi, being the warrior monk. Aside from all the cool nerd stuff, the one thing that really got me about the Paladins was the certainty that they had in their faith. When they call out to the light, it comes. Their desperate prayers are answered. Their faith is made manifest in their physical world. They never had to wonder whether the higher power existed or not. They never had to wonder if they were doing the right thing. They just believed in good and used that power to smite evil and protect those they cared about. Now, later on, when I was a nihilistic atheist, I got to see the other side of these paladins. I saw their faith as restrictive and blinding. I was disgusted that I once wanted this certainty of faith. I saw the narrow-minded path they must walk, unable to adapt to their current situation. I guess I saw the Paladins the same way that Darth Sidious saw the Jedi. Pretentious fools who act self-righteously and are blind to the truth right in front of them, spouting hollow wisdom to deaf ears, speaking of morality in a world of survival. Now that I'm finding my way back to faith, and with more knowledge and a wider perspective than I had ever had before, I've also come to think of paladins in a new way. I can see the good and the bad to them. I want some of that conviction to do good for others, to protect, and to be of service, to hone body and mind. But I want to avoid the dogmatic thinking, the self-righteousness, and the inflexibility. A lot of this thinking has gone into the story that I'm writing, and you can hear me read one chapter at a time right here on this channel. The main character is a Magistrati, basically my new version of a paladin. If you're at all interested in this, I will have many more videos to come on that. But for this video, I will simply stick with the paladin archetype because if I'm talking about a Magistrati, no one but me would understand at this point. So basically what I aim to do here is use the archetype of the paladin to talk about the ideals that I aspire to. Obviously, I don't think that I'm going to be able to wield magical powers, and I have no intention of strapping on armor and charging into battle, though that would be kind of awesome. So a paladin is a combination of a priest and a warrior, traditionally. But to better fit my real life scenario, I have made it a combination of the hero and the philosopher, or a magistrati, trademark. To embody the philosopher, you must sharpen the mind and feed the soul. To embody the hero, you must hone the body and take on responsibility. To embody the paladin, you must become a harmony of both. So to me, the philosopher seeks knowledge to turn it into wisdom. They seek truth, but know they will never have all the answers. They seek to have discussions with all willing participants in order to gain new perspectives. The philosopher knows that all humans were made to work together, so they teach when someone is ready to listen, and they bear with them when they are not. The philosopher knows that an unexamined life is one that is not worth living. So they are strict with themselves and forgiving of others. They try to understand what they think and what they feel and why they feel and think that before giving actions to those thoughts and emotions. They seek never to breathe life into their negative aspects with careless thought and action. The hero, on the other hand, is a bit more of a broad category, right? There's many types of heroes. But for this purpose, it's the hero as, the warrior half of the paladin. So this, in many ways, is the opposite to the philosopher, right? The philosopher is about thinking and intellectualism, being, I guess, force for good for both, but in a different way, right? Because the hero is more about having a strong body and taking action in the world here and now. The hero must be strong of body because he uses it to defend the ones he loves. He is a beast, but a tamed beast. He is a tool that his society uses to defend itself from harm. The hero is ever a servant of the ones he loves, striving to be the best that he can be, to use all the power he has to save and protect. It's all about self-sacrifice, dedication, and being an active force for good. So as I said, the Paladin, or the Magistrati if you're nerdy, is the harmony of these two archetypes. The spiritual and knowledgeable wise man who's able to kick some butt when it's called for. Now, before I go any further, I have to talk about the obvious. I'm no warrior. I've been fat my whole life, not very coordinated or athletic. I'm also not particularly smart, and I fall very far short of wisdom. I'm not saying that I embody these archetypes or that I'm some shining beacon of humanity, but these are the characteristics that I find valuable, and I believe that I should hold myself to a standard that I could never reach. Like the old saying goes, shoot for the sun, because even if you miss, you'll be amongst the stars. So I need to be strong of body and of mind. To prioritize one while neglecting the other is denying the harmony of our being. The universe is a beautiful synthesis of order and chaos. In our short lifespans, many things stay exactly the same, but everything is also in constant change. As they say, you can never step into the same river twice, for both you and the river are always changing. Many things in life are completely out of our control, but out of that uncertainty and chaos, we can create order and stability, even if only for a short time. So I need to focus on what I can change. I can choose to try at least. I need to be doing something after all, so I may as well be a little smarter and a little stronger every day. In a previous video, I shared a Jordan Peterson quote. It went something like, "You must first be a monster and then learn to control it." He then went on to say that a weak man cannot be good. He simply lacks the strength to do much bad. To truly be good, you must have the capacity for evil and then actively choose to do good instead. This also reminds me of the old saying, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. In conclusion, I'm a huge nerd who wants to cast holy light while swinging a big hammer. Seriously though, I have always been drawn to the warrior monk archetype, even though I'm far from either. I do think that to be the best that I can be, I need to always remember, be strong of body and strong of mind. Not to be someone powerful who can wield authority over others, but to be someone who knows that he needs to always make himself better so that he can be a better servant to the people he loves and an embodiment of the ideas that he thinks are valuable. So I am Matthias of Regenerations Creations, and thank you all very much for listening. As a wannabe holy warrior in training, I think it's appropriate to end once again with the little prayer that I made up. So, I am all things, and all things are me. I strive to understand and love it all, so that I may come to understand and love myself. May my wants ever align with that which life provides, and may I be able to embrace it all with gratitude. May I ever seek peaceful cooperation and strive to handle uncertainty with grace. Thank you very much.